Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Mark today and we're going to discuss about the changes to the Magic Arena economy that were just announced by Wizards of the Coast today. So let's get right down to it. So the first change is the introduction of the Mythic Booster Pack, which will be available for 1,300 gold. And this booster pack will ensure that the rare or mythic rare slot will always be a mythic rare. Will always be a mythic rare. So this change or this addition does have its application. And this is basically stated here, right? It's particularly useful for collectors who are already rare complete. If you're rare complete and you try to become mythic complete by opening packs of that set, that becomes very, very expensive because you will still be opening rares, but instead of a rare, you get 20 gems, which is awful. So now, instead of doing that, you can instead buy these mythic booster packs for 300 gold more. So that's what, 30% more than the normal pack. And but you're guaranteed to get a mythic rare. Since you already have all the rares, then you'll start to accumulate the mythic rares that you don't have until eventually finish those as well. Is that a good enough? Is that a good strategy? I mean, is that mythic rare, that random mythic rare, worth more than 1,300 gold? Off the top of my head, no. No, I probably won't be buying this unless like I'm only missing 5 mythic rares and I need 3 of those, then yes. Right, but if I'm still missing 24 mythic rares and I need like say only 3 of those 24 mythic rares, then probably I'll still use wild cards instead of spending that much gold to get all the mythic rares or to try my luck in getting the mythic rares. Okay, so now let's go to the next one. So there are two things here. One I'll go through very quickly. Will we ever be able to exchange lower rarity common uncommon wild cards for mythic rare or rare ones? And they said there are currently no plans to support this. How I wish, right? I wish. I have like hundreds of uncommon and common wild cards that I could use for this, but well, I mean, did anyone actually believe that they were going to do something like this? No, it's just that's not within the realm of possibility. All right, so now let's get into the big thing, right? So this is the big thing. Everyone's up in arms over this particular change in the economy. In truth, it's not really a change. It's again an addition, right? It's an option. You do this, right? You can do this. The question is, how meaningful is this change? How meaningful is this new option? What's this option? So people have been, so at least some people, I've read some people complaining about why can't they just buy wild cards outright? Why do they have to open packs to get random random rares or mythics, usually not the rares and mythics they need? Why can't they just buy a wild card? My standard answer to that before was, well, you can do that. And they said that here as well. You can do that by buying 6 packs. Right? If you buy 6 packs, you will get the wildcard wheel to wheel, and you will get 1 rare wildcard. And after a certain number of wheels, I think 4, you will get a mythic wildcard instead of a rare wildcard. So that means that previously it cost 6 packs to get a wildcard, but you get a lot of other stuff as well. You get 6 random cards, right? And you can also get a chance to get, or you also have a chance to get a wild card from these packs. So those rares can turn into a rare wild card or a mythic wild card. Plus, you get the uncommons and commons from these 6 packs will go towards your vault completion, right? And so you will have the ability to get more vault progress and get wildcards from those as well. So those are the things you get by spending 6,000 gold, or the equivalent of around $6 to buy 6 packs. Right. So with this new option, you can buy the wildcard bundle for $49.99 or 50, let's make it $50, right? And you get 12 rare and 4 mythic rare wildcards. I'm not going to differentiate between these two because both of them are useful, and sometimes you need more rare wildcards, sometimes you need more mythic rare wildcards. So I'm just gonna say that the $50 gets you 16 rare slash mythic rare wildcards, right? And what that comes down to is $3.13 per wildcard, right? So as you can see here, there is a difference, right? So now, instead of paying $6 per wildcard, you only need to pay $3.13 per wildcard. The caveat is that you don't get the free stuff, right? So everything that makes up this difference, this $2.87, right? So $2.87 difference between this price and this price, that consists of all the freebies you get from these packs. What are those freebies? You get 6 random rares, a chance at a rare or mythic rare wildcard, and Vault Progress. So all of those are what was bundled into this $287 value, which you can now do away with by just paying $3.13 per wildcard. Is it worth it? Well, if you're the person, if you're the player who doesn't grind gold. You don't get your daily gold, right? You don't have time for your daily gold, right? You just want to play Magic on Magic Arena. And you just want to build those decks without ever having to draft or get gold, get the free gold. Then this is a cheaper alternative than the previous one. Because the previous one, you can't really use free gold because you don't have any, right? You're not playing the game to get the free gold, so you don't have any free gold. So you have to pay the premium of $6, right? You have to pay premium $6 to get those gems, turn those gems into packs, crack the packs in order for you to get the wild cards. That's going to cost you $6, right? Alternatively, you can now just buy the wildcard bundle, and that's going to be $3.13. Now, of course, granted, if you're spending again for these packs, you will get freebies, right? You will get these random rares and rares and wildcard and Vault Progress, but really that won't really get you closer to the deck you want to build. If you just want to build the deck immediately, those random rares and mythics, it's unlikely that you're going to be lucky enough that you'll be hitting useful things with those, especially if you only need like maybe 10 cards from one set, 10 cards from another set. No, that's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. All right. Now, an interesting thing that I want to add, though, is that back in November, Magic Arena had this event, the Crafters Challenge event, where the prizes for the event were wildcards. And I did do a valuation of wildcards based on that, and based on the data, or based on the structure of the event, not the data, but the structure of the event of the Crafters Challenge, it seemed to me that Wizards of the Coast valued their wildcards at $3.29. So it just is fascinating that my valuation is actually not so far away from the actual value. It's about 16 cents away. That's around that ballpark, which is pretty cool. So the last thing I want to talk about is that the consequence of them offering this wildcard bundle is that we now have an actual metric on which to measure how much our wildcards are worth, our current wildcards are worth in our collection, right? So in my case, you can see here that I have 279 rare and 118 mythic rare wildcards, and if I tally that up, that sums up to $1,247. Of course, you can't sell those. There's no way to sell or trade the wildcards, but it's just nice to know how much it's worth, right? like it's nice to be able to put a value on those resources. Of course, we know how to value gold already, and we know how to value gems already, and now we have a way to value wildcards. So that's just like if you're into valuating stuff like I am. So that's interesting. All right, so main takeaways from this announcement, from the Wizards of the Coast announcement on economy changes. Not really a lot has changed. Like the changes that were in this announcement are not meaningless, but also not very meaningful, right? So, which for me specifically is actually fine, because right now, right now the economy in Magic Arena scales very well with skill, particularly limited play skill. And I'm not saying that you need to be very good in limited. All you need to do is to be above average. Like if you get greater than a 56% win rate in Premier Draft, and you have time to do 20, 25 drafts every set, you can easily, not easily, but you can uh, get all of the cards, all of the rares in standard uh, from this new set, with it costing you very little. Like on average, in completing a set this way, it costs me about 5,000 gems, right? 5,000 gems. And how much is 5,000 gems? That's about 20,000, 20, 25, sorry, it's times 5, right? Not times 4. 25,000 gold. Maybe about, so you have to include gold tax there if you're paying gold. So maybe it's about 30,000 gold, 32,000 gold, something like that. So 30,000 gold, you can get more than that by just getting your daily gold for 2 months. So every new set, you have what, 60,000 gold to use for that set. If you're at a 56% win rate, that's enough, right? So you can use that gold. You'll even have gold gems left over afterwards, and you'd have all the cards, all the rares in the set, and then you'll be ready to get more gold and do it all over again. And that's not something that is done by very few. Like the entire, well, not the entire team, but my team, a lot of us actually are doing it this way and have been collecting cards from sets this way. Right? Sometimes, of course, you run into bad luck. That happens. It's a game. But on average, we've been doing well doing it this way. All right, so that's it for me today. See you again next time. May the Shuffler be with you.